Hey everyone, welcome back to It's Game Week. It's 11th episode and it's also World Cup special edition. Special edition. So we have a big break around 1 month, 50 some days of no club World Cup, club football. So we're switching to World Cup, one of the most exciting events of football. And welcome Nilesh bhai, welcome Kashyap. What's up?
Hey Vamsi, hey Kashyap. All good, all good. Just super excited to celebrate the carnival of football at
Oh
Qatar.
yeah, Qatar,
Um,
yes. Hmm.
so let's see how this pans out. I'm really excited and I'm really looking forward to this World Cup. People are saying that the build-up is very cold and there's no excitement, but game to chalu hone do na yaar. Let the World Cup build and we'll see where it goes.
There's so much controversy around it. I just hope like it just goes smooth and thoda maza aa
Well,
jaye. I'm okay with it.
it started on a wrong foot, but
Hmm.
it is what it is.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, yes. Let's start with you, Nilesh bhai. What's your first World Cup memory?
Okay, so my first World Cup memory, I remember watching the original Ronaldo Fenomeno in 2002 World Cup, where Brazil won at South Korea.
Uh,
Yeah, that was the first World Cup memory. I was 12. I was 12 years, no, 88. I was 14 years old,
okay.
and
Hmm.
um, that that memory has stuck with me, and that has actually got me into watching World Cup. Since then, it was only 2006 World Cup which I did not follow, but ever since then I've followed World Cup religiously, and I think the quality of football is always top class in World Cup. Beat any country, be it even, let's say, Iran playing Ecuador, playing the small nations playing each other. The
Yeah.
quality of game is always good. So yes,
I think that's
World Cup
the,
is always good.
I think that's just a big plus point in World Cup, right? So if you see cricket, you know if a small team is playing a big team, you are like very 90% sure that even more than 90%, 95% sure that this big team will win. But when it comes to football, you have no idea, right? Any team can start, anything can happen, like anything is there. So yeah, Kashyap, what
Yeah.
was your memory? We have a
And
new
my
yeah, go ahead.
memory was it 2002 or 2006 World Cup that Zidane headbutts the
Six, six,
Italian
2006.
six,
2006,
six,
right?
yes.
Yeah, I think that was the first World Cup I started watching as World Cup, but I've never had any favorite team for 2006. It was very in
Mhm.
the starting years of me watching football, so I just watched for the sake of watching it without supporting any team.
Right.
But as the tournament progressed, I kind of got onto the France bandwagon.
Mhm.
And then yeah, that thing happened. I think that was the most notable image in my brain. Whenever if I think of World Cup, my first memory, I just
Mhm.
see Zidane headbutting the guy because he said something about his sister or something, which is a big
Yeah.
news then.
Mhm.
uh, we have Naveen. Hi Naveen. But then my it was, I think, 2010 World Cup when I actually started supporting a team. It has always been Germany,
Mhm.
and especially because they've done so well in that World Cup, 2010 World Cup. And I do remember the semi-final where they just thrashed Brazil, and then the memes that followed after that. Like that was my memory of a World Cup.
Right. Hey Naveen, welcome. Welcome to It's Game Week. So we were discussing about our first World Cup memory. Do you want to go ahead?
Hey guys, so it's almost what Kasyap he said. So I actually didn't watch that particular match or that particular World Cup, but after that after that particular thing Zidane headbutting. So like everywhere in the in the news or in the channels, newspapers, so everywhere that kind of got a bit more popularity. So then then I kind of got to watch highlights kyunki at that point, at that particular point of time, it was the the biggest controversy or whatever.
Mhm.
And so yeah, so then acha theek hai. So then like I actually got into acha theek hai. So football, it happens like it also happens every 4 years, like as every
Mhm.
other World Cup. So yeah, so that like that was like pretty much my first memory.
Mhm.
And then even 2010 World Cup, I did not like support any teams. I just wanted to try like so that was my beginning, days of me, like trying to watch football. So yeah, so I kind of watched a few matches. So out of the entire World Cup, so I kind of remembered, and my best player in that particular tournament was David Villa.
Spanish, yeah. Tiki taka.
Yeah.
Spaniel.
My experience is also exactly the same. Matlab, I didn't even know what football was until 2006 headbutt. That is probably it, because I saw the paper. I think Hindu was there, and it was like there was this bald guy on the paper, and I was like, oh, full. Okay. I was reading, and then I realized, oh, it was football World Cup final. Like, after it happened, I had no idea whatsoever. 2010 is when I started watching football like properly. Matlab, country level. Not even I didn't even know what clubs were then.
So Zidane headbutting is like that Thanos snapping fingers. It had repercussions all across the globe. Like people started watching football. Like suddenly new football fans like spawned everywhere across the globe because
So I think one more there's somewhere in Germany where kind of Zidane punched one of the doors and it kind of got dented, and they didn't apparently fix it. They had it like good, like a memory done it till now. It's not fixed till date. So that's the impact that Zidane had. So yeah, good.
I feel old. You guys are all talking about 2006. I'm talking 2002.
But yes.
But in all honesty, Zidane was like a class player, dude. Like I remember watching him then, like that volley that he has, like legendary volley that he does. It's amazing. Like, he was like a generational player.
Imagine you're playing the last game for your country and then you do that. And you
it shows
someone.
The passion, right? Like you really want to win the World Cup. Like
he had already won the World Cup in '98 with France.
True.
But I think he took certain exceptions to the way Italians were playing the game, and
for sure
we'll not call it anti-football, but yes, that was a strategy to win the game, and they won fair and square, full marks.
Not just the red card, not just the headbutt, but the situation, the timing,
the
time he had done it. So
was it in the injury?
I think it was extra time. Yeah.
It was an extra time.
Around 109 or 110th minute, somewhere second half of the extra time.
It's crazy, man.
I remember I was in Kota. I was preparing for my pre-medical exam, and we were all standing in a small dingy mess and watching this. And though I knew the context, my friends never knew what football is. People with whom I was studying, and they just knew कि यार कोई टकला ने किसी को मारा है, हाँ मारा है और क्या मजा आया यार, ऐसे फुटबॉल खेलते हैं क्या, हाँ अरे तो बहुत मजा आएगा, हाँ. That became a watershed moment to a lot of people.
Yeah. You can see 3 people started getting to know football then. So
yeah,
so it's fun.
We used to hear their names like Zidane, Kaká, Beckham and all. But then just a moment in a game, so that can cause so much so many feelings for for different kind of a fans, the passion actually in the football. So all those things we encountered that particular point of time. So isliye so that would be very key.
That's a very defining moment.
Big time. Yes.
And then I missed one more. So I missed to tell one more thing is, so the one more reason for the watching 2010 World Cup was Shakira.
Oh yeah, man. I mean
hands down, that song really, is the best World Cup song. I think, hands down.
Yeah, this time for Africa. Yeah.
Shakira and Kenan, those two songs.
Oh, actually, even Kenan song.
I still listen to them. They're so good.
There's
a song that even
Waving Flag, right?
Yeah, Waving Flag. Oh my God, that's such a good song.
12 years.
Yeah.
12 years.
Many people think that that was the official anthem, but that was not actually.
Yeah, it was just a release, right? Single. Yeah. Oh, what a song, dude. Yeah, such good campaigning. So good. South Africa, right? And,
South Africa.
Beautiful.
And,
South Africa.
In the video maybe, the clips. Italy ka winning moment, Fabio Grosso and Zidane ko dikhate hain. So all short clips.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Beautiful. Yeah. So there was this
Yeah.
there was a school group of guys where I used to go for some coaching. So there used to be a cool group of guys जो फुटबॉल की बात करते रहते ना हमेशा, तो वो कह रहे थे भाई क्या खेल रही है टिकी टाका। मैंने कहा टिकी टाका क्या होता है भाई? स्पेन इज प्लेइंग टिकी टाका। मैंने कहा टिकी टाका क्या होता है? फिर लाइक एक्सप्लेन कर रहा था पर वो समझा नहीं पाया मुझे। I went and then searched कि टिकी टाका इज अ टैक्टिक इन फुटबॉल। अब टैक्टिक भी होता है, मतलब वेरी एनलाइटनिंग मोमेंट फॉर मी कि ठीक है ऐसे भी कुछ होता है।
और जो
But that was a
बात कर
good
रहे हो
World Cup.
उसको भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा होगा टिकी टाका क्या
उसको
है।
भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा। मतलब
वो भी
सभी
चार
सेम
लोगों
एज
के
के
बीच
थे।
में सुन के ऐसे हो रहा है टिकी टाका टिकी टाका।
अरे कैची भी है ना, मतलब
हाँ
कैची भी है।
हाँ कैचे भी था। टिकट आया कुछ अच्छा होगा मतलब।
I mean, to be
तो
fair, for 95% of the Indians, any foreign language word is catchy. Like
yeah,
anything you
yeah.
say, you're like, oh my god, it sounds so royal.
cool.
और your Spanish accent is so cool. Say tiki taka.
वक्का वक्का बेबी पे निकाल दिया है वर्ल्ड कप।
अरे नॉट जस्ट इंडिया, लाइक एवरीवेयर, मतलब वो
Yeah,
डेस्पासितो हुआ था, सो इट वाज लाइक एवरीवन वाज अरे डेस्पासितो डेस्पासितो।
I think it's the entire majorly English speaking countries. Like it's the US में भी if somebody is speaking Spanish or फिर something is going on, oh it's very attractive and all. Okay, let me share my screen. We'll move on to the next segment where we'll predict the group winners.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen.
इंटरेस्टिंग।
Yes.
Controversial opinions coming up.
Yes, for sure. मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ. Let's start with Naveen. What's up, bro?
यस सर। ओके
शुरू कर दो.
Are we starting with Group A?
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, yeah, we can start with Group A. Is it like Group A plays Group E? It's like that, right? I'm not.
No, so the winner of A will be playing. They will be playing against a runner of B, and same
Yeah.
Oh,
as
runner of
C,
B, right? Okay.
C versus D, E, and F, so on.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So in Group A, it's like pretty much like obvious that Netherlands will so they'll be winner of this group, and इसके बाद it will be Senegal.
Yeah.
Do you think
that's my
Senegal will
take.
actually go ahead? I mean, I believe, but Mane is not there, right? Their second best
Yeah.
option is what? I don't know who. I don't even know the who is there. Who else is in? Koulibaly is there, right?
देखो Qatar has no chance. So like they didn't even have a football team. If they were hosting this World Cup.
Yeah.
You say that it's funny because I think I was watching some video yesterday. I think it was Ben Foster or something. Somebody predicted Qatar to like
Qualify
second in the group.
second.
Yeah, and he was actually a football player or football pundit or something. I'm like, really, bro? But anyways, yeah, you never know. World Cup, anything can happen.
I just read a story that Qatar had actually bribed the Ecuadorian players.
Yeah,
to
for a
lose their
0-1 game. Yeah, in second half.
I think it's just fake news.
यार वो मतलब we never know. We'll get to know after like 5 years. 2027 में
Yeah.
पता चलेगा oh Qatar did this thing in 2022.
Yeah.
वैसे पता चलेगा. So it's very pretty much an predictable
Yeah.
group, I think.
Yeah, but coming back, I think it'll be Netherlands and Senegal, in my opinion. Even though they're missing Mane, but still, I think they're strong enough to place second in the group.
Yeah.
Actually, like we don't give like enough credit and like African nations, so they actually
They
do
won
play.
the AFCON, right? Senegal.
They won the AFCON, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So winners will be Netherlands, Senegal, Ecuador, and Qatar.
Qatar out of the group stage. Makes sense. Do you think the three Lions will go ahead to group of 16? Pretty obvious. I mean,
Yeah.
it's only Wales.
I think they will, because the group they have, I think, is kind of easy. Like
Easy.
it's not too tough a group for them not to qualify. I mean, if they don't get out of this group, then I think something is seriously wrong with either the coaching or the players. But yeah, I still believe they'll top the group. The second place one is really interesting. I don't know. I'm leaning towards Wales, but yeah, it could be US as well.
Okay.
But my pick is Wales.
I still think Wales will finish second.
Still think Wales will finish second. How is Iran? I have no idea of like
Iran
most
is
of
pretty
the
good too. I think one of the best Asian teams, if I'm not wrong.
Iran is a decent football team.
Decent football team, yeah. So yeah, that's why it could be like the second place in this group is pretty close. But yeah.
What are your thoughts, Ravi? England and Wales, is it?
England and Wales. I mean, just even though Iran is a decent team, so just that that international experience like Wales has, like for the past couple of years they've been playing one more extra tournament, this Nations League, and then in Euros also they did like pretty well, or I don't know, like the last Euros or the last before Nations League. So actually Wales did like really well.
They did, yes.
Yeah. So just because of that, international experience, so I think they will they'll finish second over Iran.
They're with Gareth Bale. Did you guys see the last minute goal that he scored? LA Galaxy. We
they won some trophy, right?
Yeah, they won the MLS championship or something.
MLS FA Cup.
Yeah, MLS but he was like good. I mean, he still plays good. But yeah.
No idea. I know why. Why did he go to the US? But he's a decent.
Yeah, he could have actually tried for any club in English Premier League easily. He was 32 or something when he left Madrid out of contract.
He actually tried, and there was a meme like yeah, there was a meme like the only year Gareth Bale did not win a trophy was when he played with
Spurs. Spurs all trophies with Madrid, and when went back to Spurs on loan and no trophy. Pretty meme material that. Yes. Naveen, moving on to Group C. So you have Senegal, Netherlands, Senegal, England, and Wales.
And then in Group C, obviously Argentina will top the group.
Yeah.
And second place, I'm not sure. Like so according to me, it will be Poland.
Do you think Lewandowski will get his first World Cup goal?
Yeah.
He didn't score right till now.
Doesn't he have a World Cup goal? Really?
It doesn't, I think. Yeah, I think
it's
he played
insane, man. He's too good not to have a goal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll break it this World Cup.
Yeah, Barca player hai, koi bharosa nahi.
Yeah. Third will be Mexico. Again, so it's really really close between Mexico and Poland, but I think Poland will finish second. Saudi Arabia, so like I just heard about this team is like they are like completely defensive. They don't attempt to score goals. So
sometimes that might actually be a good strategy in big tournaments. Like in knockout tournaments, right? It's fine.
So take every game to penalties.
That's interesting. Yeah, okay.
So for against teams like that, like when you don't have clear path of attack, like teams like Mexico, they will kind of struggle. So इसलिए like मैं Poland को second choose कर रहा हूँ, and Poland just because of that like Lewandowski, if you have just give him like a couple of good chances, he will score a goal. So
yeah, makes sense. Group D, the Iron Man group.
Group D.
Your Iron Man. Oh, I forgot to tell, right? Nilesh, if you don't know, Naveen is a big hardcore Manchester United fan. We have two Manchester United fans.
I saw his DP on just as soon as he.
He was at Old Trafford then.
I mean, Old Trafford mein, he was exactly. He was sitting in the place where Wenger did this. Like, what the fuck?
But I think Naveen watched Liverpool versus United, and United won that game last season. So
no,
yes,
it was a draw.
It was a draw, is it? Oh yeah, it was a draw. Yeah. Still a good memory.
Ole was the manager back then.
Yeah. Solskjaer was the manager, and
did you show him the middle finger? You should have.
Naveen, Group D. Go ahead. Sorry.
So here, like Denmark. So it is also my.
Now I understand why Iron Man Group.
Okay.
So Denmark is kind of like my dark horse. This
I was gonna go with them too because they have a really good team.
They have a really good
They were in
like,
semi-finals, right?
Yeah,
In Euros.
I think they're
and
pretty good.
they beat France, like last
Yes.
nation team, so they beat France. Not just like तुक्के से जीत गए or and all. So they dominated actually against France. And in one of the legs, so either like first leg or second leg, I don't remember. Even like Eriksen was not playing, but still like they dominated that game.
Right.
And इसलिए like my winners would be Denmark, second France.
Oh, okay. Good group winners. Okay. Sounds good. This is an interesting group. You have Spain, Germany, and Japan and Costa Rica. Probably is it the closest group we can think of?
ये थोड़ा सा like toughest of all.
Yeah, that's right. Right. Costa Rica and
Jap-
Japan are also like good
Japan
teams.
can cause like serious like problems. But still like Germany is too good, so they'll finish first. And just because of like some controversies in the team selection, both like Spain and England. So I like
Yeah, pretty.
Luis Enrique's his ego, and वहाँ पे पता नहीं Gareth Southgate, I don't know like what he's thinking. So
Southgate का तो सही में
yeah.
We should get there. So you're going Spain and Germany?
First Germany, second Spain, and then Japan.
Makes sense. Group F.
Group F. So Belgium. So the thing is, they have not been playing well, and unka like main striker
moving.
Lukaku, he is also out of form. But
Are they
still,
also struggling with injuries?
Who?
Lukaku is out, and somebody else was also out from Belgium, right? Was there?
Lukaku is out.
Who?
Belgium. There was some other player who was also injured in Belgium.
पता नहीं.
Okay.
Hazard.
Basically Lukaku and Hazard are out of form, not entirely injured. I think they're not out of World Cup. They're still in the squad, but
I think the other Hazard is injured. Thorgan Hazard.
Yeah.
Hazard.
Yes.
Again, still like Alex Witzel and also they don't have like enough firepower like Fellaini and all. So and even though they are not playing well, as Sabine, Croatia is not not even like creating any wonders or and all. Yeah, first still could be like anybody, either Croatia or Belgium. So depends on how they play against other teams, not each other.
Right.
So but still like I would ठीक है, so I'll just pick Belgium. So just on like a gut feeling. Second Croatia, and then Canada.
Yeah. We should not exactly rule out Canada too, because Canada defeated US recently and they've been playing well apparently. Alphonso Davies was actually doing well in Canada. So that's a tricky group. If one of Belgium or somebody draws or loses against Morocco, might just get interesting. Group G.
Brazil, Serbia, same order.
Switzerland. You think Switzerland will not make it? Oh, okay. Cameroon.
Serbia actually has like decent, not decent, really good attack actually. Mitrovic, Dusan Tadic भी है, Mitrovic, and one more कौन है? एक और ऐसे each.
SH.
Nice.
And behind those, so there is also Milankovic Savic. So team है, like they have a really good team.
एक और भी SH. And you can say the same of Croatian as well. ऐसे ही Modric.
Yeah. ये शायद एक player नहीं होता है उनके टीम में जो इच नहीं है. उनका कोच भी इच है. Group H.
And Group H, Uruguay, then Portugal.
I love that.
Actually, Uruguay, the thing is, they're like defensively really good. They have been really good. So if you play tournaments, so that thing, like edges, give you a bit edge, if you are a like good defensive team. So you can, you can finish, well in tournaments. So unka actually like I don't know exact numbers, some like 30 matches, some like single digit goals, or 25 matches single digit goals they have conceded. So defensively acha hai, and
They
like
have Cavani, right?
Huh?
Cavani is playing. Right?
Cavani, there is Luis Suarez,
Nunes.
Darwin
Nunes.
Nunes, तुम्हारा Madrid वाला Valverde.
Valverde, yeah. So it's very I would say thoda aged hai, the whole team, but I still think
experience.
huh?
Experience.
Yeah,
Experience.
very good experienced players.
And ये है ना like Bentancur.
Oh, yeah,
तो
yeah.
next level form में है अभी.
Yes.
Yeah, so defense maybe like I don't know, like Diego Godin still plays or not, but so yeah, so even like he doesn't start, तो उनका experience and all काम में आएगा. So
right.
Actually पूरे tournament में, so Uruguay is my fourth team to like to win the World Cup actually.
Oh, that is interesting, and I like that. So yeah, that is very very interesting.
And
so,
the reason for Portugal, like not choosing Portugal is too many Premier League players. They are actually too tired.
Yeah, one more thing is Portugal is very attacking. If you see, right, they have so many attacking players. Even their fullbacks are very leaning towards attack. Right, Cancelo. I forgot who was the left back. Yeah, very leaning towards attack. And
Rafael Guerrero.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you need thoda defensive player who will hold. The core is not tight for like Portugal, is what I feel.
नहीं, so उनके mid में मतलब like Carvalho,
Silva, Fernandes,
Moutinho, उनका João Mario, ये सब है. They have like they defend centrally, not wingers and all. So but again, as I said, so like I lost, I watched last their couple of matches friendlies. So like too many Premier League players, and they are like too tight. Like everybody, Bernardo Silva, Fernandes, and because he's Ronaldo and they have to start, and सबको पता है कि इस season वो कैसा खेल रहा है and all ये सब.
Yeah.
So yeah. So according to me, they're going to finish second.
Okay. So my predictions are almost the same, except a few changes. Like in Group B, I think Wales will be out. England and Iran will go ahead. Rest are all the same. I think in this, I feel Argentina and Mexico will go ahead. And Group H, I'm predicting Ronaldo will definitely have even bad ending. I hope it is jinxed. I'm jinxing it, but I'm predicting Portugal will be out of the group stage. They won't make it to the round of 16. I hope it is jinxed. But yeah, just the way things are going down for Bade Bhaiya right now. So
too many distractions.
Yeah, just I really hope it's jinxed. But yeah, I think Uruguay and Korea will go ahead.
Bro, jinx doesn't work if you say it's jinx. You shouldn't have said that.
So yeah, I'm not saying it's jinxed. So double bluff. Yeah. So yeah, Nilesh bhai and Kashyap take over. Let's go with your predictions.
Kashyap, please go ahead.
Yeah, mine are pretty similar, I guess. So Group A, it's Netherlands and Senegal. Group B, England and Wales. Group C, I think Argentina and Poland is my choice, but it can be close between Poland and Mexico, but I go with Poland. I'll give a chance to Lewandowski. Group D, Denmark are my dark horses as well. Like I think they have a really good team, like good players as well. Christensen, Højbjerg, Eriksen, and Poulsen. So Denmark and France from Group D. Germany and Spain from Group E. Group F, I also think Belgium I feel they're my underachievers. So, and since Canada
How
is my
can
home
Belgium
country,
be your underachiever? Belgium are not. Oh, underachiever. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. I was saying dark horse. Yeah. Got it.
No.
Please, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
So I'll go with Croatia and Canada because Canada is my home country. I'm biased like that.
Home country, bhai, badal
Home
gaye.
country was India, right?
I mean, like for now, abroad, whatever. Group G, Brazil and Serbia. I do believe Serbia has a really good team too. And Group H, even I believe Portugal might get out of the group. So it's Uruguay and
Korea Republic.
I guess, yeah. That's my fix.
Nice. Man.
Over to Nilesh.
Shwai, the most experienced, जो 2002 से World Cup देखते आ रहे हैं.
So what I feel is Group A is as is Netherlands and Senegal. It might be the other way around. It might be Senegals and Netherlands. Not Senegals. Senegal and Netherlands.
Senegals.
Group B, right? Group B, I feel England and USA.
USA.
Yes.
Okay.
So the reason why I feel USA will do well is because Wales, right? Wales is a very patchy football team. I saw them. I saw them playing in the Euros, and despite the fact that they have a very good, a very dynamic attack, but their midfield is very injury laden. It just takes a little bit of knock, to get Aaron Ramsey out of the game. And once he's out, right, they do not have a good enforcing midfield. So I feel USA has got much more squad depth, and they've got players who've got, they've got huge number of players who've got good experience playing across the globe. So I feel England and USA. Group C, neither Poland, neither Saudi Arabia, Argentina and Mexico. Yeah, they are the two teams which will make through. Group
Mexico
D,
has actually a really good squad.
Group D, though I want Australia to come through, but some, because you need some representation from the OPEC OPAC area, but I'm not sure that they would make through. And Tunisia कोई chance नहीं है यार. France did not. Tunisia is a role ना, वो बस वो होता है ना, ऐसा दोस्त जो उल्टी साफ करता है, वही है. पार्टी का उल्टी साफ करता है.
France versus Tunisia, it will be 5-0 already.
नहीं, मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, France और Tunisia will be a 1-0 game. France will win it just by, but Tunisia does not I mean, I don't watch Tunisian football, obviously.
इतना भी टाइम नहीं है हमारे पास, इतना भी पैशनेट नहीं है.
पर नाम से लगता है कि वो टंटन गोपाल नहीं है. So it's France and Mr. Iron Man's team, Denmark.
Expert opinions going on a hunch or a sound of a name.
Yeah,
of a team.
Tunisia सुनने में अच्छा नहीं लग रहा. I don't think, मतलब
exactly.
Round of 16 वाला टीम नहीं है.
हाँ, कैसा लगेगा? पीटर ड्यूरी बोलेगा टूनिशिया, मजा नहीं आ रहा.
तो बीमार लग रहा है, मेरे को टूनिशिया हो गया.
मेरे को टूनिशिया हो गया.
सही में.
Okay, we are roasting a country.
I mean, no disrespect to Tunisia, but just some laughter. Group E में मेरे को लग रहा है स्पेन जर्मनी से कोई तो एक टट्टी खाएगा. सब लोग बोल रहे हैं स्पेन जर्मनी क्वालिफाई कर जाएगा, बट स्पेन और जर्मनी से कोई तो एक टट्टी खाएगा.
हाँ, हो सकता है.
मेरे को लगता है कि स्पेन के ज्यादा चांसेस हैं. जर्मनी और जापान क्वालिफाई करेंगे. जापान मेरे इस टूर्नामेंट के अंडरडॉग्स हैं. आई मीन लाइक क्या ब्लैक हॉर्सेस बोलते हैं. हाँ, जापान विल डू वेल. ग्रुप एफ में अगेन आई एम गोइंग फॉर बेल्जियम एंड क्रोएशिया. आई वांट टू गो फॉर कनाडा, बट आई डोंट केयर. उनका प्रेसिडेंट मेरे को अच्छा लगता है, वो जस्टिन ट्रूडो. Belgium or Croatia.
I like Nilesh bhai's reasons.
You're not alone. A lot of people don't like him here.
Even the Chinese president Xi Jinping does not like Justin Trudeau. मतलब भोसड़ी के अंदर हम लोग बात की, तूने सबको बता दिया. You guys saw that video where Xi Jinping was actually giving a proper dressing down to this guy Justin Trudeau. And this was the conversation. So they had some private conversation, and Justin Trudeau went ahead and made it public.
Oh, okay.
And Xi Jinping was like, "साले मैंने तेरे को बोला था ना,
किसी को
घर की बात घर के अंदर रहनी चाहिए. तू जाके पब्लिक में हक दिया."
And that also got leaked.
Yeah. That was during the G20 meeting in Bali.
Oh,
which happened recently, right?
Interesting.
Then in Group G, right? सब लोग बोल रहे हैं स्विट्जरलैंड का चांस नहीं है, पर जब तक ग्रैनिट जाका खेल रहा है तो स्विट्जरलैंड का चांस है.
स्विट्जरलैंड जा सकता है.
I see the Arsenal bias here.
Yes. See, I can make it blatant.
Where से does
Brazil और Brazil.
Don't forget Shaqiri.
हाँ, अरे Shaqiri.
Yes, I
That
remember.
guy is a really good player.
पूरे वर्ल्ड फुटबॉल में दो ही ऐसे फुटबॉलर्स हैं जिनका बम लड़कों को भी अच्छा लगता है. एक तो शकीरी, दूसरा एडन हजार्ड. हाँ, क्योंकि पूरे बॉडी में केवल बम दिखता है और सबको बहुत बहुत अच्छा है यार.
Shakiri
हाँ.
do be packing.
हाँ.
It's got some cake.
और तो ग्रुप एच में ना, though I don't want Ghana to go through, but I feel
You don't want Ghana to go through, or you want Ghana to go
no,
through?
I don't want Ghana to go through, but I feel Ghana will go through. नहीं, I'm not very optimistic about Ghana. Ghana नहीं. देखो यार, उरुग्वे मेरे को भी बहुत अच्छा लगता है यार. I like the country as such. And Portugal might go through. I don't know what will happen here. But चलो, for बड़े भैया, for his last dance, Portugal and Uruguay.
Nice. Nice,
Yeah.
nice, 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 nice.
तो
Okay,
मोटा-मोटा
okay,
वही
okay.
है जो हमने
हाँ,
select किया,
मोटा-मोटा
but हाँ.
almost same है. I'll stop sharing the screen. Let's get back to our discussion. Moving on to, so what do you want to discuss? Winners या फिर Qatar का politics? What's going on?
So what we do is, we have discussed the round of 16. Right now we know what we think. We do a follow-up episode after the group stages are over. Right, and then we see where do we stand, and then we decide कि अच्छा round of 16 में कौन-कौन जीतेगा. उसमें क्या knockout matches आ जाएंगे ना, तब तक वो much easier for us to decide. अभी तो क्या है, हवा में तीर मारेंगे बस.
ठीक है, तो just let's discuss winners then. क्या लगता है? Just roughly.
World Cup winners.
Who's your
देखो यार, see, by default everyone's default team, apart from their country, if their country is not playing, is Brazil. And if their country is playing, then the second favorite country is Brazil. मेरे हिसाब से I'm split between England and Brazil, but I would want Brazil. Yeah, England should come through this tournament. If not, then they will never have a chance for the next 20-25 years. They will need a new breed of players to develop and come again to play at that level.
England is one of my dark horses. Sorry, not dark horses. Biggest underachievers. Yeah. Naveen, what are your thoughts? Who's going to win the World Cup?
Argentina. The reason is the path. The path to the final is a bit easier for Argentina.
Oh, the group that they're going to play.
Group A versus Group B and all. So at least German versus Brazil hoga hi. Germany has to beat either यहाँ से जो भी आता है Portugal or Uruguay. Or otherwise उसके बाद they have to beat Brazil. So one of those teams is going to, so essentially मतलब वही for both Germany and Brazil. So path थोड़ा सा difficult हो गया. Argentina के लिए it is considerably a bit easier क्योंकि they get to play against either Denmark or Netherlands, England, France.
Even if they play against France, I don't think France are up to the mark of what 2018 team were.
If we look the in the top half of the इसमें better teams को अगर तुम देखोगे तो Netherlands हो गया, France हो गया, Denmark, England. So इन सबको अर्जेंटीना को बीट करना is really easy.
Right, makes sense.
Where अगर उधर है तो उधर जर्मनी है, उधर ब्राजील है, उधर स्पेन है, उधर यूरुग्वे, पोर्टुगल, क्रोएशिया, बेल्जियम, right? So इसीलिए I'm choosing अर्जेंटीना क्योंकि इनका and also उनका ऐसा कुछ है ना, last 30-35 matches में they have been unbeaten.
Yeah, they are
undefeated in 39 games.
39 games. That's actually good.
और squad भी देखो very balanced. It's not just
super balanced.
बहुत ही balanced squad. Starting from the attack to defense. बीच में Rodrigo de Paul, Paredes, Messi तो है ही.
I think I see only 2 good squads on the paper. Brazil and Argentina. Yeah.
Hey, even England is good.
Yeah, I don't think
England is good if they play well.
So Brazil के पास goalkeeper, they have Alisson and Ederson.
अरे अपने पास भी रामस्डेल है, क्या बहुत
पोप है, रामस्डेल है, कौन है दूसरा? पिकफोर्ड है.
छोड़ो, पोप और पिकफोर्ड को छोड़ो, रामस्डेल अकेला काफी है. उसके नाम में राम है.
रामस्डेल स्टार्ट करता है क्या फॉर इंग्लैंड?
एक्चुअली हाँ, तो हम क्या करते हैं, अर्जेंटीना राइट, उनका जो प्लेयर मिड में जो अभी बहुत ज्यादा फॉर्म में है एंड ही डजंट इवन स्टार्ट फॉर देम, एंजो फर्नांडिस. बेनफिका के लिए अभी इस साल क्या खेल रहा है,
Yeah.
and he doesn't even
He plays
start
for
like
Benfica, right?
yeah, he plays for Benfica and ये वाला season तो उसने मचा ही दिया.
Hmm.
And top पे देखो like Martinez हो गया, Di Maria.
Yeah.
So
अरे ये अर्जेंटीना का जो ये अरे यूनाइटेड का डिफेंडर है ना छोटू, क्या नाम है उसका?
Yeah.
Martinez.
Martinez. Yeah.
Is he
He won't
going? Is he
start.
playing the World Cup?
I think he is.
He is in the
Yeah.
squad, but their main like center
Centre
backs
back.
are एक तो Otamendi है और एक Jude Bellingham.
Uh,
Otamendi is still playing.
Yeah,
हाँ.
yeah.
Sir, ये बताओ इंग्लिश का who are your इंग्लिश का सेंटर बैक्स?
English center back.
हमारा हैरी मैगुएर है.
हैरी मैगुएर नहीं खेलेगा, मैं बता रहा हूँ ना.
अरे क्यों नहीं खेलेगा? साउथगेट फेवरेट है, मतलब साउथगेट
वो
उसका
टॉटनहम हॉटस्पर का वो है ना, वो फ्रिज दूसरा उनका एरिक डायर, वो
हाँ,
खेलेगा.
Eric Dyer and Stones.
Eric-
Eric Dyer,
वो Stones खेलेगा.
last 18 months से he's been like England, मतलब
Go
England
to.
में वो हाँ go to guy. Dyer and
But-
Stones.
But yeah, it's very like जैसे even if we talk about Kashyap, yeah, let's go through your winners and then we'll talk about my point.
Okay, my winners are again biased, but I think
Canada.
no, Germany. Come on, that's a stretch. Yeah, I mean Germany struggled a bit, but ever since Hansi Flick took over charge, they've been pretty good. I think Hansi Flick is a really good manager. And their advantage is that they have like their whole midfield and forward line is like directly taken from Bayern Munich. So and also these players played under Hansi Flick before, and they have like sensational midfield. Like
No, Germany का ऐसा है कि every like always so they have a settled squad. It's not like कुछ
क्या मतलब रिटायर नहीं होते
The
लगता है,
only-
मतलब बचपन से वही खेलते हुए आ रहे लग रहा है मुझे
yeah,
जर्मनी स्क्वाड
because
देखो तो.
Kimmich is playing really well. Then you have
He's
Gundogan
amazing.
in the
He's
midfield.
amazing.
Yeah, Kimmich is like he's been really good. And also their like forward play is also pretty good. Leroy Sané and Gnabry are like, I don't know what happened to them, especially Gnabry. I think he was with Arsenal. I don't know how well he played at Arsenal, but ever since he moved to Bayern Munich, he's been like I've seen
Who?
some of his plays at Serge Gnabry.
Serge Gnabry, huh? He was what? He was like from 18, 19 when he left Arsenal.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been pretty good as well. The only issue I see with Germany is that they lack one experience because I think apart from Müller, I don't really see any of the outfield players having played crunch games in their lives. I know they played for Champions League, but I don't know how it will be in World Cup. That is one of their issue, and lack of depth in certain positions. The major weakness is right back. Their right back is I think Kehrer, right? Like who plays for West Ham, if I'm not wrong. So that is their issue. But yeah, I'm hoping they go to the final at least and probably win the World Cup. But my runner-ups are Argentina.
We have
I think
Götze, right? Germany, the 2014 World Cup.
Yeah.
winner.
So that's what I'm going for. It's a replica of 2014 World Cup final where Germany plays Argentina. I'm going for a Germany win, but maybe it could be like if not Germany, I think it'll be Argentina because they have like a really good team and they're in a really great form.
You actually forgot like one of their like main players, and he'll be my like
Jamal Musiala.
Jamal Musiala.
That guy is
Musiala.
insane, man. Like he's so good. Like
He's a
I
good
think he'll be
player,
the
very good
tournaments. They have this under 19 player, right? No shot, it'll be Jamal Musiala. Like he's really good.
Earlier I thought कि मतलब like it will be very fight between Jude Bellingham and Musiala, but because Southgate जो है इंग्लैंड को इतना बेकार खिलवाता है तो
I think that's where Hansi Flick comes in a lot more, is that he's just a really good manager compared to Southgate. I mean, like if that's what puts me like Germany above England is that they have just a better manager. I don't know how great Southgate is, but yeah, Germany, Hansi Flick has done good stuff.
I completely agree with Naveen's point, right? The way England plays is so boring, to be honest. I've watched few games just before, like a few weeks ago, but they are so like they don't want to attack most of the times. It's very weird. I don't like how Southgate
हमेशा स्टर्लिंग को खिलाता है वो पता नहीं मैंने I don't remember the last good game
Sterling
Sterling had.
वो जब साने था उस टाइम पे सिटी में
Sane,
खेलता था.
yeah. It's just
The worst
not
part about England is that they play 3 defenders and they play 2 defensive midfielders. They play 5. It's like,
हाँ.
5 players are just sucked out of the team. And then there are another 5 players who are not connected to the other back 5.
Mhm.
I think Calvin Phillips coming back into the squad will help England. But again, I don't care. I don't care if England wins or not.
I
But
really like that guy. Calvin Phillips is pretty good.
yeah,
But,
I actually wish England does well because the good crop of players, but my heart still lies with Brazil. I want Brazil to win.
Same. I think Brazil has an insane squad, man. I mean, they have Marquinhos, they have Neymar, they have
अरे
Vinicius, and they
अटैक
have
अटैक को मतलब देख अटैक like Rafinha, there is Jesus, there is
yeah.
Vinicius, there
There's
is Neymar.
Richarlison.
Rodrigo.
Actually they एक मिस्टेक इन्होंने किया कि रिचार्लिसन की जगह they should have picked Firmino according to me.
I
don't
know,
like
right? What like
Hmm.
Firmino is probably their best attacker right now. Who's playing, who's carrying Liverpool.
He's on form.
Yeah, it's a very weird decision not to pick Firmino. And
I think
Richarlison also.
there is no other footballer right now who plays the false number 9 better than Firmino.
हाँ.
I agree.
The one who
He was always behind the in the
very
shadows of
intelligent
failures.
footballer. Very
ये
intelligent
करता क्या
footballer.
है मेरे को अभी तक समझ में नहीं आया ये रिचार्लिसन.
Richarlison Spurs के लिए भले ही गंदा खेलता है, but he is so loved in Brazil. I feel he'll have a good. If Brazil does well, I think he'll have a good. I don't think he'll be like go-to starter, but I think he might just be a super sub or like doing well.
यार देखो रिचार्लिसन सी जब वो एवर्टन के लिए खेलता था ना अभी मेरे को फूटी आंख नहीं पाता था. I would like hate him. I just one of those footballers you just look at their face and like यार इसको गोली मार दो किसी कोई.
I like
then
Nilesh.
that
Most
fucker
of his picks are based on hunch. Like I don't like his face. I don't like their name.
उनका president पसंद नहीं है मुझे. I don't like the president.
It's not about that.
नहीं, but ऐसे है मतलब it's very intuitive.
That's the first impression you get, right? And then you saw him play for Everton and the antics he's up to, and then he chooses to go to Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, if I wanted to hate you, or even not hate is a very undertone. You loathe him.
My first first thought was तू करने क्या गया वहां पे. मतलब there is already king, वहां पे Son है. अगर मतलब there is also Lucas Moura को ज्यादा preference देता है.
Spurs की बात करो तो one player I really like now in Spurs is Kulusevski.
Yes.
He's gonna, I mean, Spurs में रहेगा तो कुछ नहीं होगा उसका. If he Spurs से निकल के कहीं गया तो he's a good talent.
वो जा रहा है Real Madrid next summer, देखना.
Real Madrid में ना मुझे कैंसिलो चाहिए, बेलिंगम चाहिए और एंड्रिक चाहिए. बस कैंसिलो और बेलिंगम है तो फिर थोड़ा निकाल लेंगे हम 2-3 और साल.
हाँ, मेरे को दो हेलीकॉप्टर चाहिए. सबको सब मिलेगा.
I want change in ownership at United.
United को थोड़ा इज्जत चाहिए भाई. अब उसकी कमी है United.
I want Glazers out.
Good one.
Like everybody who left United say that their organization is pretty bad. Like be it Ronaldo or Mourinho or Ibrahimovic or whoever has left, even Sanchez, even though he didn't play well.
United
but they all complain about one thing, is that they're they need to change their structure back at United. It's terrible right now.
United is the Infosys of football club.
Anyways, we'll have a separate episode on United issues, which will last like 3 hours long. But let's get back to World Cup right now. Let's not go on that path.
Actually, एक line ये है कि United have become Arsenal actually. मतलब like
shots fired.
Fading club.
Faded club, feeding नहीं faded.
वही तो बोल रहा हूँ. United have become Arsenal.
United can never become Arsenal.
They were not like relevant anywhere. तो अब
there's still hope. There's still hope then.
मतलब क्या 5-6 साल बाद हाफ सीजन में टॉप पे रहेंगे क्या? 5-6 साल क्या और टाइम लगेगा नीलेश भाई? कब थे टॉप पे पहले?
On United.
When was Arsenal on top? When did Arsenal have a good season last?
So the last good season I remember was the season when Leicester won.
Okay.
Oh, that's
That season,
2017
right?
then. 20.
15.
15,
2015.
15,
16.
16. Yeah.
That season was a good season, and then the season 2007 2008.
Mm.
That was a very good season. Both the seasons we finished second, and we fucked up. At the last moment, we didn't win the league.
Mm.
लेस्टर
2007
वाले सीजन
2008.
में सैंचेज एंड ओजिल वर्स मतलब वो दोनों अलग ही लेवल पे थे.
Oh, bro,
2015,
Ozil,
2016,
I
that
loved
season.
him so much. Even though he was at Arsenal, I think Ozil is one really good player.
We talked
He's
about
amazing. Yeah.
we talked
Yeah.
about this gifted players, and Ozil is
Yeah.
definitely
Ozil is
one of
right
them.
there. Yeah. I mean, he's insane.
Respect. What do you think about Ivan Toney not being included in the English squad? Nilesh bhai?
I felt that there is something more to it, and
Mm.
it came out that he was under some investigation by FA for some betting. He's
Oh,
got some
really?
200 plus betting charges against him. He can be suspended for more than 2 years.
Really? I
Yeah.
have no idea
You
about
didn't
that.
know? You don't know this?
Mm. No. I
Googlis.
haven't. I
Googlis,
haven't.
Googlis. He's gone.
Yeah,
Damn.
like, वो मेरे हिसाब से ना like he not being included in the squad तो इतना बड़ा like चीज नहीं. मतलब अगर वो squad में है like होगा भी खेलेगा तो खेनी, पेनाल्टी मिलेगा तो मारेगा खेनी.
But he
हाँ.
has he's been in a good form, right? You can have a backup striker. You can have a
No,
backup number 9.
I feel that Ivan Toney का नाम आया होगा during discussions, but anyway, the FA has to put the final stamp, right? And FA बोला होगा कि देख भाई, he's anyway under investigation. We'll be charging him, so there's no point. Choose someone else. Take this guy from Newcastle, Callum Wilson. मस्त प्लेयर है, लेके जाओ उसको.
Callum Wilson अभी इंजर्ड है कि मतलब खेल रहा है?
हाँ, उसको ऐसे ऐसे कॉटन में रैप करके मस्त ऐसे हैंडल विद केयर करके ले गए.
Right.
Bubble wrapped.
Yeah.
Really
Okay.
थोड़ा फॉर्म में होता तो he would have been like better choice DCL, but पता नहीं क्या हो गया. इंजरी से वापस आने के बाद he's not into that previous form. लेकिन वो अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा लगा DCL.
Oh yeah, DCL. I do. He was one of my go-to players in FPL. ले लो उसको फिर point आ रहे थे. Not last season, I think when he started playing FPL, like 19 या फिर 20s at that time. Okay, let's move to the next and probably the final segment, underachievers and dark horses. I think we discussed it between. Let's kind of summarize it. Let's start with Nilesh bhai. Underachievers and dark horse.
Underachievers, France.
You think where do you think they'll be in?
They'll get kicked out of the group stage.
Nice.
Not because I don't like their face or anything like that. It's just that they don't. I mean, their squad does not look complete. Because without Pogba and Conte was the was the fulcrum of the team. Yes. He was keeping the team ticking even in bad times, good times, and France really relied upon him. And they don't even have Pogba even, he might be shit for United, but he's never let France down. He's always been a good player for France. And I'm guessing even Matuidi is not playing this. I think he's retired. So yes, I think France needs to gel up their squad. So France would be one of the underachievers, and dark horse for me is Japan. The reason why I'm saying Japan is because I followed few of their AFC qualification games, and apart from Iran, they look as the proper footballing team. I mean, and mostly right, Japan or Korea, they've always been doing well. They go to round 16 quarterfinals every year. Either one of these two teams. But so I hope Japan makes it till the quarterfinals at least. So those are my predictions.
Nice. My this thing I like underachievers. I think I'm confused between France and Spain. Somehow I don't like Luis Enrique. I mean, of course, there are multiple reasons, but I don't think they have the experience that's needed. And Enrique prefers youth before anything. So they have Gavi and Pedri basically leading the squad. So yeah, I think Spain might not make it beyond round 16, and France for the same reason. I think a lot of injuries and World Cup curse. So I don't think even France will make it past round 16. I probably even gave a thought of actually France not making it out of the group as well. Underachievers, Uruguay, my man Valverde. I feel
You mean your dark horse?
yes, yeah. Yeah, dark horse, yeah. So yeah, Uruguay. So I think they might just go ahead. I don't know. I have this feeling that Nunes is gonna have a tournament of his lifetime because he's
He's been
actually a
finding
good
form
player.
at Liverpool too. Like of
Yeah,
late,
he's
he's been
been
doing
finding
well.
form, and there's no media attention from every side like in English Premier League, right? So I feel he's a good player. So I feel Nunes will have a good World Cup. There's experience, so Cavani might just chip in and have some matches. They have a good defense, so I feel Uruguay at least is going to make till quarterfinals. Yes, Kashyap, you can go ahead. These two.
I already mentioned my underachievers. I think it will be Belgium.
Hmm.
Their defense, I feel, is like old defense, and maybe I can see some weaknesses there. As much as I love De Bruyne, I think they're going forward also they might have some issues. I don't know how fit Lukaku is and how effective he will be. And Hazard is not playing, right? Is he?
Hazard is there.
He's
He's
there,
playing,
okay, maybe, but
he's not in the form.
Yeah, he's not in the form of his life either. So yeah, that is that. And yeah, my dark horses, as I mentioned, Denmark. They have a really good team. They might go quarters, maybe even semis. Luck goes there, where they're a pretty good team. Like they have good defense, midfield, and yeah. So those are my picks.
Makes sense. Naveen, let's wrap it up with you.
या सो एक तो यूरुग्वे डार्क हॉर्सेस नहीं है, वो क्लियर
They're
फेवरेट्स
good,
हैं.
no? That's right. It's very
जस्ट मतलब वो अगर वो A to D वाले ग्रुप्स में अगर आते हैं ना, सो दे वुड हैव इजीली सेमीज इजीली चले जाते हैं, जस्ट बिकॉज दे हैव टू प्ले वन ऑफ जर्मनी और ब्राजील हियर टू गेट इनटू सेमीज. तो बट they may win, knockout tournaments है, like कुछ भी हो सकता है, but they are a really good team. Dark horse is Denmark. And
Denmark were also in semis of Euros. No? Matlab, they're also not entirely dark horses. If you think they have a pretty decent team.
But they're like the 10th favorite or something, right? Like if you go by favorites, you have
yeah, makes sense.
I think Uruguay is obviously ranked higher than like in that list of whom you think will win the World Cup. You have like Brazil, Argentina, Germany, France, England.
Makes sense. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Naveen, go ahead. Yeah.
And underachievers will be England or Belgium. It will be England. Reason is Gareth Southgate, Harry Maguire, Jack Grealish. पता नहीं यार.
Oh shit, we forgot about Grealish, man.
मतलब अगर कोई भी
last
1.8 years जैक ग्रिलिश को देख के अगर टीम में लेता तो वो छूट गया है, ठीक है. And anybody who says Harry Maguire is my go to center back.
This is coming from a United fan, so you can imagine.
No, I agree. The amount of pain he has gone through being a United fan with Harry Maguire, I sympathize with him. I had the same feeling for Mustafi for a very long time.
Oh yeah, Mustafi.
Actually पता है ये इंग्लैंड की लाइक वुमेन्स टीम की उसकी मैनेजर है ना वो डच, उसको बनाना चाहिए लाइक मैनेजर, then they will have actually real good chance.
अरे याद है वो अभी ये यूरो फाइनल्स में वो इंग्लैंड की वुमेन्स टीम 10 मिनट तक केवल थ्रो इन खेलती रही 1-0 होने के बाद या 2-1 होने के बाद. वो 10 मिनट they knew how to kill the game. बस थ्रो इन खेल रहे थे. मैं पक्का बता रहा हूँ इंग्लैंड की मेंस टीम होती ना, हाँ, वो लोग अपने 6 यार्ड बॉक्स में खेल रहे होते. टिकी टाका.
England will be underachievers.
मतलब इंग्लैंड को पता नहीं, हाँ वो नीलेश भाई वाली फीलिंग आ रही है मुझे. स्क्वाड देख के लग रहा है ये तो नहीं, मतलब साउथगेट की शक्ल देख के लग रहा नहीं ये तो नहीं जीतने वाला, ये लग नहीं रहा है क्वार्टर फाइनल की शक्ल है, वैसे वाला सीन आ रहा है.
अब ये सब वर्ल्ड कप प्रेडिक्शंस अपने एक तरफ है, ठीक है. मैं बस इतना चाहता हूँ कि जिस टीम में आर्सेनल के प्लेयर्स खेलते हैं वो सब टीम जल्दी बाहर हो जाए. जैसे घाना हो गई, जापान हो गई, हाँ, इंग्लैंड हो गई, हाँ, ब्राजील हो गई, हाँ, सभी
हो जाएंगे फिर.
हाँ, चुपचाप आ जाए ये लोग घर, बाकी जिनको खेलते रहना है खेलते रहो तुम लोग, तुमको वर्ल्ड कप जीतना है, जीत जाओ.
ब्राजील तो फिर भी ठीक है, like they don't like start, right? मतलब ठीक है.
Yeah,
Martinelli
Martinelli
है,
and Jesus will not start.
Jesus.
They'll just sit.
भाई उनका मिडफील्डर यूनाइटेड का मिडफील्ड है, कैसेमीरो,
हाँ,
फ्रेड, पकेता,
फ्रेड, कैसेमीरो और
पकेता,
और कौन खेलता है?
पकेता, पकेता,
पकेता,
अरे
वो
वो
वेस्ट हैम के लिए खेलता
वेस्ट
है.
हैम वाला. हाँ.
हम्म.
पकेटा.
बस ज्यादा इंजुरीज ना हो यार, बस just want
Yeah, I mean,
the
it's
whole
they play
the
in
rest season.
quite
Yeah.
high temperature. I don't know what the
Hmm.
temperatures at Qatar are. I still believe they'll be mid-30s or something.
Yeah,
Still a
winters
bit
it's
too
30s.
much. Yeah, it's a bit
And
too
their
much to play
stadium
in.
is totally, you know what, air conditioned or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Temperature
Yeah.
controlled
Yeah.
stadiums.
Okay.
They literally have things which blow cool air to the grass on the turf pay. So they have like been there.
Did you guys see the Netflix
Who are the
documentary,
immigrant
FIFA
workers
Uncovered?
blowing cool air?
They are already dead.
Yeah, they're under the
Yeah.
stadium.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you guys watch the
rest in
FIFA
peace.
Oh
Uncovered?
yeah, I did.
I
You
did.
did, right? You know, you saw, right, how Qatar got the
Bid.
World Cup. I mean,
Yeah.
shameless.
I mean,
I think it's basically the Middle East thing, right? You have Saudi Arabia, you have
Not
UAE,
just Qatar. Yeah, just because
Russia.
मतलब ये कतर नहीं कतर मिडिल ईस्ट हुआ तो as you said, तो just because वो मिडिल ईस्ट like बीच में आ गया तो ये थोड़ा सा ज्यादा हो गया. They should have, you know, all the controversy should have happened when, you know, रशिया को जब मिला था, like
Exactly.
वर्ल्ड कप देखो, रशिया के बाद
even
कतर
South
के
Africa
बाद
when they got right, like so when Sepp Blatter was like he became president, his first thing is like he'll bring World Cup to Africa.
World Cup to Africa.
Yeah.
And then apparently South Africa also, their association, I don't know, African Association or South African Association, they paid a proper bribe like
the
to
voters.
get the votes. So this, like, my issue with FIFA is that you have 24 people voting and they're on the top executive board of FIFA or something. So obviously, like, you just have to bribe like what, 10 people, and then you'll obviously get your World Cup. I don't understand that policy. Like, I think that should change. And my second issue is,
please go ahead.
so my second issue with FIFA is that the guy who runs, like, president of FIFA, he can stay there as long as he wants. Like,
yeah, it's not a election process or anything.
yeah, and there's no governing
it's an
body,
election
like,
process, but the number of terms is not defined.
Yeah,
number of terms is defined. I think right now it is defined like you're only limited to 3 terms, but that's still 12 years. Like, you have lots of time to make as much money as you want and get out of it. Like, so
these folks
and
are
there's
like
no
super
regulatory
powerful.
body, like there's no body auditing or checking their finances. At least that's what I've got from what I've watched and researched. There's no body which regulates or checks, audits their finances. I think when the controversy blew after they allocated Qatar the World Cup, and then they were in a shitstorm, that's when they had a lady hired, like somebody again hired and paid by FIFA, and she was fired after the storm went away. Like, all the media attention went away, she was fired, and she didn't get to do anything. Like, she herself was explaining, I was just there as a facade, just to steer away all the attention that was getting, because like, people are thinking there is something happening. FIFA appointed somebody to do internal investigations, and their internal investigations are also weird, which came out that there's nothing happening inside. So it's like yeah, but I do believe, like, if you have money and a very famous sport involved in money, politics obviously will prevail, and then there's somebody making money out of it.
Just a lot of power in these folks. It's bigger than the politicians.
The World Cup, you know, has gotten to like, you know, to a country who doesn't play football, and
they didn't have stadiums in 2010. Not a single stadium.
Exactly.
Apparently, there was somebody who, like, you have these report, right? Feasibility report somebody makes. They check this thing. And okay, right now it's being playing in December, but initially when they planned this, it's supposed to be played in June. June,
summer months, usually when it happens.
42 degrees. I mean, like, what are they even thinking? Like, and there was no infrastructure. Like, literally, Qatar had nothing. Like, so they put everything in that report, and they're like, this is not ideal to play football in May and June, but still they went ahead and gave it to Qatar. So you can see there itself that there's something.
As you said, right, the power really lies on this 24 people, and the thing was, Qatar went to that extent because they needed some presence of football, because money is in football, and all the rich people in the world, let it be from US, Europe, and Middle East, were investing in English Premier League, right? You have Arsenal's Emirates, you have City being bought by UAE Sheikh Mansour. So now Qatar had to do something. So the moment what they did is they basically started a whole project to fund football throughout. They even tried to bribe players to play for the Qatar national team. So that didn't happen. So they started going and just investing in every part of this 24 where these people belong to. They started doing projects from there, and that's when they started kind of, I mean, we don't know, nothing is proven yet. So bribing and all for that. And I don't think it's the first time that's happened. I think it's happened in Africa, it happened in Russia, it might have happened in US. Even Russia and USA had a 300 million oil deal just before the voting was happening, although both the parties denied that nothing has happened. It's very Russia was not in 2010. Russia is not what Russia is today, right? Nobody cared about, okay, Russia got it, it's fine. But since it's Qatar, the whole the media attention was at Qatar. But
again, the only people to blame here, I think, should be FIFA, not Qatar, because Qatar was just trying to, like, it's just a country who wanted to be, get the
country who had money,
exposure. Yeah,
but the thing is that
pride.
The reason why even Qatar has to be blamed is because they took advantage of the broken system. You would not put the blame to them, but yes, they played the game as it is laid out, and they understood and they took advantage of the situation. They knew how to corner and win the votes.
I think this project is going on since like 2005 or something. When I remember I forgot the project name. I read somewhere in newspaper, but Pele and Maradona opened a stadium or something in 2005 in Qatar. That's when they wanted to bring football to Qatar. And apparently all these stadiums, etc., are not going to be in Qatar anymore after the World Cup. They're going to be sent back to African countries where the requirement is there, where the youth is there. So they're going to be...
How do they send back a stadium?
The seats are removable. They're going to send out the seats.
In one of the stadiums, so they're built using just shipping containers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's actually a very beautiful to look at. Yeah, I saw that stadium.
Really?
Like, very, yeah. Shipping containers. The whole boundary of the stadium was shipping containers, right? Right, Naveen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're gonna take back the stadiums too and give it back to the youth.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? You're investing so much money just for one event, and then it's all destroyed.
Exactly. Like,
doesn't make sense.
Do you know how much Qatar spent on this World Cup since 2010?
Yeah.
214 billion or something. Do you know how much Russia spent for 2018? It's like,
I saw this somewhere.
Yeah, I saw this in Business Insider's one of the videos. I think Russia spent like 14 billion.
I remember in the same report in 94 in the US World Cup, US spent $500 million. $500 million.
94, huh?
And cut to 2022, Qatar spent $200+ billion.
Crazy amount. And all the profits FIFA takes it. Qatar doesn't get anything.
Profit or profit?
Profit.
Political joke मार रहे हो, religious एकदम.
वहाँ beer नहीं मिल रहा है profit जी.
There you go. You'll get a strike from YouTube, Vamsi. Your channel will be down.
Have you seen like all the posts, videos, मतलब like वो fan के लिए like whatever the arrangements they have made. Paper से उन्होंने rooms बनाए थे.
किससे?
Paper मतलब cloth.
तू जा रहा है ना वैसे वही रुकेगा क्या?
नहीं हमें तो luckily hotel मिल गया तो.
मिल गया क्या? अच्छा बढ़िया भाई.
Oh, you are actually going? Oh, nice.
He's going in December 17th. Quarter final के लिए जा रहा है क्या तू?
Quarter final. So hopefully it will be
Portugal.
Like
ये तू मतलब
versus Denmark type.
तूने चेंज कर लिया. जब तू टिकट बुक कर रहा था तब तो होप में था कि पोर्चुगल पहुंचेगा, है ना?
I hope, but after the draw has been made, मतलब ये, then I have made all the permutations and combinations. तो उसी टाइम पे मेरे को पता लग गया कि या तो पोर्चुगल बाहर होगी, वरना उस मैच में तो नहीं खेलने वाली है वो.
अच्छा.
Like it will be like two of those teams which will be from group A to D.
Makes sense, man. Okay, I think we can wrap the episode. It's fun. Do you guys have anything, any topic do you want to touch on? आज हम रोनाल्डो के बारे में सिर्फ आई थिंक 2 मिनट बात किए. आई थिंक वेरी
That's more than enough. हमको
काफी
Piers
है.
Morgan नहीं बनना है.
Oh, yeah, I mean, शुरू करेंगे तो फिर it'll take another like 30 minutes if we
Yeah.
talk about it. But I think it was a good episode. Thanks for joining, Naveen. हाँ बता बता.
गोल्डन बूट कौन सबसे ज्यादा गोल मारने वाला है?
It's यार मेरे दिल में तो ऐसे मेसी आ रहा
Harry
है.
Kane.
बट ये आप इंग्लिश फुटबॉल को ना ले जाओ यार. यहाँ पे हम कह रहे हैं
नहीं. Even my pick is also Harry Kane. The thing with
देखते हैं.
like Messi will be the player of the tournament, but the thing
Yeah.
is teams he has to play against. मतलब all the Saudi Arabia हो गया, Mexico and बहुत defensive teams है. Even after after the like the Argentina get into knockouts, जिनके साथ भी खेलने वाले हैं वो थोड़ा सा like defensive teams है. इंग्लैंड को देखो मतलब like ये इनका actually बहुत सारा चांस है. ईरान मतलब 3-0 4-0 खेलेंगे, उसमें 3 पेनल्टीज ये ले लेगा.
यार वही मतलब मेरा और नवीन का यही होता है. पता है नीलेश भाई, मैं कहता हूँ कि मतलब केन इज अ गुड प्लेयर, आई एग्री, बट नॉट लाइक तो मतलब क्या मतलब ओवरऑल लाइक अ बिग.
नहीं यार.
वो नहीं.
Harry Kane, see, even though he plays for Tottenham Hotspur, I still rate him as a very good as a footballer.
Yeah 100% a good
He
footballer.
is a world class footballer. I mean, मैं उसको कभी-कभी देखता हूँ ना, the way he plays and the passes he makes.
I love when he plays in the back rather than when he plays in the front. मतलब जब वो प्रॉपर स्ट्राइकर की जगह अगर वो पीछे खेलता है ना,
the way he
plays
finds
really
the runners मतलब like wide.
उसके जो diagonal passes होते हैं ना बहुत अच्छे होते हैं. And he's physically very imposing as well. And he does not mess around when he's in the penalty box. Ball मिला तो पेल के
he is untouchable in the box.
Penalty के अंदर like अच्छा ball protector है. And if you look at it, ये मतलब जितने भी गोल्डन बूट्स मतलब लास्ट के तुम देखोगे तो ऐसा नहीं कि ये 15 गोल 5 गोल is a goal. Last time 5 or 6 goals was the golden boot. उसके
सही में 5 ही थे.
डेविड विला का 7 goals था.
I remember Miroslav Klose in 2014 ना जर्मनी. हाँ, Miroslav Klose, he scored 8 goals. Miroslav Klose.
हाँ, उसका 7 गोल था वो. तो ऐसे ही तो एक मैच के अंदर अगर ये हैट्रिक लाइक अगर उसको छोटी टीम के साथ हैट्रिक मारेगा तो एंड वन गोल हियर एंड 1 goal हियर तो 5-6 गोल मारना है, इट विल बी गोल्डन बूट. तो वही मतलब लाइक केन मतलब प्लेइंग दीस काइंड ऑफ हिट टीम्स 5-6 गोल वो तो आराम से मारेगा. मेरा गोल्डन बूट इज केन.
मेरा मेसी है. आई एम गोइंग फॉर टिपिकल.
कश्यप, तुम्हें क्या लगता है?
Canadian player बोलेगा.
I feel Neymar will have the tournament of his life and he'll take the golden boot, but I'll go for Messi as the player of the tournament. That's my pick. Because both of the teams are very good. Like they're playing really good football. I think even Brazil is like has a lot of wins coming into the tournament. I guess
Brazil.
So
yeah, Brazil के players एक काफी passionate. मतलब मजा आता है यार. They had this recently what drone was there. And they were dropping the thing.
They had to trap the ball.
Neymar was amazing. I mean, very beautiful. They're so like such a close group.
अगर नेमार अच्छा खेलेगा तो Vinicius will score.
Did you see that they were having photo shoot and then Fred was sitting in the middle of the bench and then Richarlison comes and goes like hut to and then he makes Neymar sit in the middle.
I saw that. Very very nice.
That's like buttering up your boss.
Yeah, that makes I think the good rapport in the team, so they might just flow. मतलब बिना टेंशन के.
कभी अपन so Prato had given me this opportunity to visit Brazil, right, for a couple of times, and first-hand experience. I had spoken to a lot of Brazilian people there and what they feel about football. So kabhi fursat mein we'll talk about that story and how most of them define eras in Brazilian football. Like there's this pre-56, post-56, and then there's pre-2014, there's this post-2014. So there have been pivotal moments in their football history, and they talk everything pre and post of that.
Right.
So कभी आराम से बात करेंगे उसके बारे में भी.
करते. So let's have our next episode after. We'll have an episode next week or after. Do you want to do after round of 16? Sorry, group stage.
After the group stage.
Okay,
weekdays
sounds
तो
good.
खत्म
Sounds
होता है.
good. Let's have the same panel, Naveen Kashyap.
Yep.
We'll do it on a Saturday.
Yep.
Same time. See you all. Thank you, everyone. I think it was fun. Love the episode.
Yeah, this
Alright.
was nice.
All right.
Chalo.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.